Well, we invest in a couple of key players that we know. For now, we cannot put in a lineup or involved with us. We also lost two of the main players that is big part of the core of the identity. So we try to bring the new pieces along with us, getting on the same page. Like I said, the big novelty is going to be, I hope, to capitalize on the way we're a little bit way more ambitious in the defensive side of things. And we believe that if we can at least maintain the intentions and the fact that for a good amount of the season we were among the best team in terms of arriving between the lines on ball. And we think that with the different profiles, we could this year we could a little bit more dangerous. But I guess it takes time, and it was only game 2. It's only the third game away with a lot of parameters. But and we try to get new players on the same page too. So younger players too. So. All part of the process, I would say. It's a challenge because at the end of the day, eventually it's going to have good competition. But with the amount of game that will come, and next week, I believe there's the FIFA window, and we're going to lose a few players. So each week is going to be a challenge for the first 7 games. We know this with the travel part, the injuries, the turf, flight, bus, etc. So we aware. We're confident, and we just try to work internally to be ready for the good days.
Alex Gandier-Luzic with One Soccer.
Thanks, Tristan. Hello, Laurent.
Hello.
You can hear me. Alex here in Vancouver. Just curious about you over in Montreal. It's been great to see all the investment in Canadian talent and youngsters. We see another one take the field last week, making his debut. Just kind of speak, you're in the second year of this project, how important it's been to see that investment in young Canadian talent, pushing players to the next level onto the national team, etc.
That's exactly the project that I always wanted to support when I started coaching, which was helping younger players to make the jump and be more prepared to have a career. And so for me, be part of a process when we try to value locally or domestically the projects, then the talent that we have, the resources. It's for me everything that I wanted when I start coaching, and then when I took this project. So year 2, only the beginning, and with a few challenges, but it's great. We'll know we'll have a good day soon.
Yeah, like you said, 2 different games. Also 2 different teams, opponents. I think you can see that one team was playing. I tried to play, and the other team wasn't tried to play, and it was a little bit difficult for us. If a team is sitting back or not try to do that much effort to play, but we was talking about that. We was figuring out what could help in those situations, and we will try to minimize as much as possible those type of games like Minnesota.
Jean-François Teotonio.
Hi Prince, thanks for doing this. It seems like Saint-Pierre is not going to be playing tomorrow. From what you've seen and from what you know of the team, how important is Saint-Pierre to the team and the way that it plays?
Saint-Pierre is our captain. He's very important. He's our leader. But I think every team knows that the captain is very important. So it's nothing nothing new, nothing what no team would expect if a player like him was missing in one game. So it's normal, but we have 11 other players who can connect and see what they can give the quality what he has to keep up and connect to each other and try to fill it up. Yes.
You haven't had a lot of touches last game against Minnesota. What do you think was maybe lacking in the built-up play during that game?
I have to say, of course, I didn't have many touches, but it wasn't that easy to get touches because Minnesota was very tight. They didn't had or they made much effort to even get out of their position. So we was talking about this in the last couple meetings. What we gonna change if that happened, and we have a plan, and we will try to make the plan work as a team and see what come out if this scenario happens again.
We've got another question. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, Prince.
No, I'm good.
We have another question from Elias Gorianis.
Yeah, Prince, you mentioned, teams that are playing, teams that aren't really playing. How do you guys as a unit, what do you guys need to do in order to maybe play your game regardless of what the other team is throwing at you and regardless of, whether the other team wants to play with you or not?
Like, first of all, we have an identity, a playing style. And for me and for the team, it's important that we play our game. And in Minnesota, we lost a little bit to play or to keep playing our identity the whole game. And of course, because of that, it makes harder to create something or to put pressure on the opponent team if we don't do don't do what the plan is. And I think if we stick to the plan, we have a chance against every team to be successful. Of course, like you saw in the first game, we did a pretty good job. And in the end, we was unlucky. But this was an example. If we stick to the plan, we have a very good chance also against the big teams.
We're going to go with a question from Max Truman.
Hi, Prince. Thanks for doing this. You've been in the team for 2 months now. Is it difficult for you to have to train on different types of field, like sometimes indoors, sometimes outdoors, sometimes in the south of the United States, on the sun, sometimes in the cold of Montreal? Is it difficult for you to train on those type of surface?
Now I'm already. I had already a year in MLS. I can say, okay, I'm getting used to it, or I'm used to it. But for players who play the first time this season in the MLS, I can speak from experience. It's not that easy, to be honest. It's not that easy because your body has to adapt to very extremely different scenarios, whether it's weather or pitches or even like altitude. And that can be a struggle, a little struggle for your body, but once you play the whole season, you will know what you need to be successful or to develop those scenarios those environments. But of course, it's never easier if you have the first 7 games away. You know, we know why, but for a team, it's home games. I think the best thing what can happen, because it's different if you play in front of your own fans than always in front of opponent fans, because you know that own fans can bring you a lot of energy, especially in moments where it's a little bit shaky. So yeah, we know that, but we know also like what we have to do to succeed in other playing ground.
Do we have a last question today for Prince Owusu? No? All right. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Good, and you?
It's going well. It's going well. Please raise your hand with questions for Bryce, and we're going to go with Jean-François Théotenu.
Hi, Bryce. Thanks for doing this. You've been in the team now for a few years. You know how important is Sam Piette to the team and to the leadership. It seems like he's going to be injured for the game tomorrow. What can you say about his impact on the team and the way that it plays for CF Montreal?
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows how important Sam is to the team, to the club. I mean, he's been here for quite some time, and just the presence that he brings in the locker room, speeches on the field. He's a veteran as well. I mean, he gives us that sense of stability. So, yeah, I mean, it's sucks that he can't play in this game. I mean, unfortunately, that's just football. People get injured. But luckily, it's not a serious injury to where he's out for quite a bit of time. So we'll see when he comes back. And all we got to do is focus on one game at a time and how we can perform if he's on the field, if he's not on the field. So, but yeah, Sam is a big blow when he's not on the field.
Next question, Elias Gregoriadis.
Thank you, Tristan. Hi, Bryce. Prince just talked about how different the 2 previous games were, versus a team who wants to play and a team who was a bit more negative in Minnesota. You look at Vancouver, who is on top of the world right now. They're playing a very open style of play. Are you looking at this game going, we have a chance here to get some offense and to really push the tempo with them? Yeah,
I mean, I think that's kind of the mentality going into every game. I mean, you said that the 2 games that we played, they were a bit different in terms of style of play, which totally agree. Atlanta, you see what they have up top, a lot of threats, and then you have Minnesota, who are also dangerous up top, but they tend to kind of sit back in a low block more often. And yeah, I mean, it's just how we go each game by game and try and figure out how we're going to break down the opponent, because like you said, everyone plays different. Vancouver's a good team, very offensive, so we'll stick to our game plan and try and figure out how we're going to break them down, and we'll see what happens on Saturday.
Next question, Max and Truman.
Hi, Bryce. Thanks for doing this. There's a rumor that you've been offered to other MLS teams right now. Have you heard about this? And more importantly, do you want to stay in Montreal long term? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, of course I want to stay in Montreal. I think the things that are said on Twitter aren't always true. So, yeah, I mean, just unfortunate how that situation came about, but just focused on the season, focused on the team and how we can perform this season and do something special here. So that's all I got to say on the topic.
Nicolas Landry.
Hey Bryce, I'm just curious, how do you feel the offense is clicking right now after 2 preseason games, 2 regular season games? I know you touched on the facing 2 different opponents and what it implies, but how do you feel with the personnel you have right now that the offense has been clicking so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're 2 games in. We have a lot of new pieces this year, so it takes some time to getting used to. But, I mean, overall, I think the quality that we have on the team, the hunger that all the guys have in order to do something special with the team. I think that shows everybody that we are in for it for the long run. We're sticking to the game plan, and I think we really can do something special this year. Obviously, the first 2 games didn't go our way, but I think those are 2 games where we could have gotten points out of them. So I think that's just the small little details that we need to clean up and focus on going through the rest of the season. And I think we'll do tremendous things this season and should be fun.
With a follow-up.
Has that been like the kind of messaging that was sent to the group this week after the two losses? Like what has been said this week going to this game against Vancouver? You know, the last game maybe offensively was a bit more tough for you. So you as a group. So what has been said maybe this week going to Vancouver?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just about what's being said. It's about if you watch the games. I mean, Atlanta. I thought we played well in moments, and I thought we had a good handle on the game. And then that's just how football happens. There's just a couple of mistakes that were made, and then they just took advantage of it. So, and then Minnesota as well. But I think as soon as we realize what those mistakes are, and we just keep doing what we're doing and keep getting better and better each day, I think we'll start to minimize those mistakes and we'll start to come out with points. So I think we're on the right track and we're doing well. It's just a matter of when are we going to get that first win and then just keep the ball rolling.
Can we have Nicolas with a follow-up as well?
Bryce, I'm just curious to have your impressions on young Alex Duboldo's first minutes in Many. What do you think of the kid?
Yeah, I mean, 18 years old, coming on. He's very good 1v1. So that's something that is exciting to see from me as a player too. Someone who's young like that and not afraid to take on somebody all the time. And he's got a good head on his shoulders, so it's something you like to see. Because back in the day, I was in a similar position as well. So he's got a good future ahead of him, and just keep working hard.
Do we have any last questions here for Bryce? No. All right. Thanks for taking the time, man.
Thank you.